What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Stank815, and I'm back with another video. Y'all new to that channel, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, share, comment, get notified when I drop these videos, turn on all post notifications. Today is a reaction video of the 2023 Chrysler 300. I don't know if this the SRT. I don't know, but let's get into it.
Welcome back to the channel.
Okay. Let's see, because I actually been looking at these, y'all. I like these.
Because today, you finally got in a car. We've been waiting on this car for a while.
A nice one.
What are we reviewing today?
A 300C.
The 300C, 6.4 liters of American muscle. Pretty much the coolest 300 they've ever made.
Loaded.
And
Okay.
it just came in off the truck today. So today we're going to take a look at it. By the way, guys, if you are in the need of a brand new Dodge, Jeep, Chrysler, or Ram, come see Mosier at Chrysler
Let's
in
see.
Tampa. He is your man, and let's do it. And there it is in the flesh. That is the 2020
I like this.
Chrysler 300C. As I mentioned, I've
The
been working
Chrysler
on this
300C, y'all.
do it for you.
They actually nice. It's kind of like luxury and sports
A special
mix.
car. Now, for those of you guys that are not aware, and you may say, look, the Chrysler 300 has been out for a while now. Everybody knows about it. There's nothing special about it. Well, that is not the case with this one. Traditionally, you would get either the Pentastar V6 or you would get the smaller 5.7-liter naturally aspirated V8 Hemi, which is also a great car. This one packs the 6.4-liter larger Hemi in it,
Okay.
485 horsepower, 475 pound-feet of torque, and we have not seen an engine like this in the Chrysler 300 since 2015. They basically took that option away for the U.S. market. Well, it is back, and they put all sorts of other special features on this car. The 2023 Chrysler 300C essentially has the exact same
I like the look. I like the way it's built, y'all.
Scat pack, same chassis, same driveline, 309 gearing, all that good stuff. 6.4
like that.
liters, as I mentioned, naturally aspirated Hemi. But it really is very punchy. If you've ever driven a Charger Scat pack, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But this particular one has a
Man,
lot
I
of
miss my
luxury.
Charger.
So first off, this is a lot more exclusive. Only 2,000 U.S. units will ever be made in only 3 colors. You're going to have red, black, and of course white like this one. There are a lot of black pops throughout this particular car, which I really like. I think it adds to the
I like the
sportiness of
way it
car.
looked, though.
You can see the large black grille with the throwback 300C logo on it.
I
You can
like
also
that.
see kind of the pops of black along the bottom here. As you get over here, you will see the 20 by 9-inch wheels, 4-piston Brembo brakes. Pretty easy to see. I love that red, the way that stands out back there. It looks really good
I
on
like
the
that.
Chargers as well. Same thing when you get back over here. We'll talk about sticker price in just a second. You can see that large sunroof that you get in the 300C. This thing is fully decked out. When you get over to the back of the car, you can see that big black Chrysler badge there. I really do like that.
I don't think
I was thinking it is a 300C. Now, the exhaust
Yeah, it ain't the
car,
SRT
are
Scat
black
Pack.
as well. I love
I
all the
thought it was the
colors that
SRT,
car
but it's
has.
not.
And you can see even on the edge of the windows, all
But
that,
I like the
that
roof.
trim there is black on this car, really helping it stand out. And then, of course, as you get into the interior of the car, there are a lot of special features in there as well. The interior of the 2023 Chrysler 300C feels very upgraded. I've been in a lot
like
of
that.
5.7 cars and a lot of the Pentastar-equipped cars, and this one just feels a little bit different, a little bit more sporty. You can see the suede right here on the door, all those
I
pops of
like
black
the inside. I like the
before.
interior.
As we jump in here, you
I like the way it's made, though, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. It's made pretty good. Like,
You can see
I
kind of
like the
striped
way
stitching that
Chrysler
runs
made.
all the way across. You do get carbon fiber accents on this 300C. As I mentioned, this is a much more aggressive Chrysler 300 than the ones we've seen previously. There's that pop of black. Really do like the way that carbon fiber stands out. You do get the white pops on the seat with the stitching as well. And of course, there is that big
I like the
300C
logo.
badge right there on the back. So no mistaking that. The gauges in this car are a little bit different as well. I mean, very upgraded, nice feel on this particular car.
Okay.
And here is what is at the heart of the new
Okay.
300C. That 6.4-liter naturally aspirated Hemi, 485 horsepower, 475 torque, a very punchy engine. As we know, back in 2015, they decided to go ahead and go away from this engine in the Chrysler 300 altogether. At least in the U.S. market. I believe in Australia and a couple other small markets, they were still doing this car. But I really wish they had not taken it out of here, because this is not a super light car, right? Like almost 4,500 pounds when it's all said and done. But this engine is so torquey. It really does hit a sweet spot on this car. It kind of gives it that aggression and just
I'm not gonna lie, after driving a 6.4,
I absolutely love the fact
I like
that
it.
they threw this in this car, even though it's
I like
very
it.
limited. I love to see a 6.4 back in this thing for the last kind of
Only 2,000 made in the
Here's
U.S.
the driving position in the 2023 300C from Chrysler, and man, what a fantastic place to sit. It just feels very upgraded compared to a regular Chrysler 300. I love all the pops of black. It just
I like how I
feels
got the
sporty,
clock
this particular car.
right there
The carbon
too.
fiber, as I mentioned before. I mean, as you look around the car, you see more and more of these pops of black. There's actually black stitching that runs all the way atop the dash right here. And then you've got the contrast stitching as well, like the white you saw on the seats, right over here. You've got the white on the steering wheel. This is that nice, thick, kind of like SRT type steering wheel right here. The blue gauges I absolutely love. There's really not much to not like about this particular car and the way it sits. These really beautiful seats right here that are super comfortable. It is kind of interesting because you've got SRT cues all over this vehicle, yet the sticker does not say that it is SRT. Of course, there's a massive sunroof above my head. I'm not going to blind you with the sun, but a very luxurious place to sit with all these pops of black and the contrast.
I would like for it to
And,
say
of course, that
SRT
awesome,
though.
6.4 liter engine under the hood that you can rev. Oh, yes. Now, I really wish that Chrysler had given us a Hellcat 300. That would have been super cool.
Heck yeah.
But they never did. And up until now, the 5.7 liter Hemi was basically the bad daddy of the Chrysler lineup. Well, here we have it. 6.4 liters once again. We know back in 2015.
That would have been nice for a Hellcat.
SRT at 470 horsepower. But this is, after 18 years, the final iteration of the Chrysler 300, and it is truly awesome. Certainly the fastest, most powerful 300 they've ever produced, and I am actually a really huge fan of this car. A nice mix of power and luxury.
Yep.
Now, it is an absolute blistering day here in Florida, but I've been very comfortable sitting in this car just working on things. I've got my nice cooled seats going, my 18-speaker Harman Kardon sound system. I mean, literally, this thing just checks off all of the boxes, whether you want a family cruiser or you want something to go out and actually have fun with and tear up the streets.
It looked real like roomy and luxury.
We would want in a package like this, and man, you just can't say anything more about it. Now, Chrysler, I will say, is a bit of an enigma to me because we just don't really know what's going on with the brand. Yes, they're owned by Stellantis, just like Dodge, Jeep, and Ram. But this particular car, after 18 years, looks like it's going to be going away. And the CEO of Chrysler has basically stated, hey, we're looking forward to electrification. So will we see something brand new that's all electrified in 2024 and moving forward? What are they going to replace this particular car with? Will it be, reinvigorated out there to some degree, and will we see a new version of it?
I'm not a big fan of electric cars, so.
All of that is just kind of floating around out there, yet we don't really hear much from these guys. Here is the sticker on the Chrysler 300C, and as you can see, $56,595. That includes your destination fee, and there's no speccing these out. You can't do different interiors on these. They are built as they are built. As I mentioned, you get 3 different colors. They're all specced out the same way, and they are all priced the exact same way. So if you want a 300C, you know exactly what you're getting into, at least from a sticker price perspective. And you
That ain't bad though.
Out with your dealer, but they're going to come equipped exactly like you see this car here.
That's nice.
So driving this car and listening to that 6.4 liter naturally aspirated Hemi under the hood, it's like bliss to me. Man, I really wish they were able to make more of these cars because the 6.4 is just such a great engine, such a sweet spot for the street. I mean, you can even track this thing and still have a lot of fun with it. As I mentioned, it's not the lightest car in the world, but there's so much torque with this 6.4 liter engine.
That's why, see, the cars be heavy. That's why, like, Mustangs and stuff can outrun them.
Oh, listen to it. Oh, man, it really goes. It is such a welcoming thing. And I say this about the Jeep Rubicon as well, in the fact that, when I drove the 392 version of that, it really fixed everything that I didn't really like about the Jeeps. I kind of felt that they were underpowered with that Pentastar in them, and they just weren't really for me. But then I got in that car, and I was like, man, this is great. This is awesome. Well, this particular one, think about it. I mean, it basically costs the same amount of money as just your normal scat pack out there right now. It's not any more expensive, assuming you were to get it at sticker. But there's a lot going on with this particular package, and for 56 grand, you do get quite a bit of car. Now, one thing that I do get asked quite a bit in my comments section is, how in the world do you get to drive these cars when they're limited production? Don't the customers get mad? I wouldn't want you driving my car, all that kind of stuff. Well, customer's name is David, and he was nice enough to let me do this review. Yes, I asked permission ahead of time like I do on all my reviews, guys, so keep that in mind. And I feel blessed to have an opportunity to actually take this thing down the road. I'm really enjoying it. And after driving it just a little while, I will say this is probably my favorite Chrysler that I have ever driven. It really
Robinhood is an investing app.
Okay. I've been looking into the Chryslers. Mine's been the older model, but I've been looking into it, guys.
Really is. I mean, it just checks all the boxes. I love the fact that I can change my suspension dynamically right here, just like I used to do in my Hellcat all the time. And just really all the great things you would take from a scat pack, just like a scat pack Charger. It just feels more luxurious, and it has a little bit different look. I love the grille in the front. Just
Yeah, that grill is real nice, I'm not gonna lie.
They just did it right with this particular car. And as I mentioned, it's not a $100,000 car, but it drives really, really nice. So obviously, guys, I'm being pretty nice to the car. There's no reason not to be. The car belongs to a customer who will take delivery very soon. But was it worth the wait to get a review on this finally? We knew this has been coming out for months and months and months. Well, finally, they're starting to hit showrooms, albeit very slowly. And the answer is absolutely yes. This is the perfect package on the Chrysler 300C. No longer down in power. The sound coming out of the back of this thing is absolutely glorious. Love those black exhaust tips back there, by the way. All the subtle cues around this car. You kind of have to see it in person. Just everything from the wheels, the way it
looks nice, though.
Everything about this car is really, really good. And as I mentioned before, man, I wish they could have made 30,000 of these things. And I still think they would have sold out of them. They're just that good.
Yeah.
Now, I realize some of you guys may say, look, Racer X, I have a Charger. It is no different. It's not worth any extra money, all that kind of stuff. I would encourage you folks to go out and drive. If you can even sit in one of these 300Cs and feel kind of what I'm talking about. When I say that it feels just more luxurious, it just feels a little bit different. The gauges in this thing are just a little bit prettier. And I love the Chargers, guys. Don't get me wrong, as you know. I used to own one, and I still absolutely love everything about them. Just, man, the sportiness and the luxuriness, the way they combined it in this car, it's just...
Yeah,
that's
why I've been thinking about it.
There you have it, guys. That is
That's why I've been thinking about it.
2023 Chrysler 300C. I love this car, guys. I love the 6.4 in this, the punchiness. You get all that luxury, and yet you get all of the performance. You get the performance pages, launch control, all the fun stuff in this really neat luxury package. A little bit different body on it than you would get in the Charger. Very unique indeed. It's too bad they're only making 2,000 of these.
I know.
And as I mentioned, this is probably the last of the 300s that we're going to see out there after 18 years. But it is a really good way to go out. Let me know what you guys think about the 300C in the comments down below. And I will catch you on the next one. So until then,